Hoop loud.
I work with student athletes on a regular basis, man, and just going from where you came from, of not making the team that many years, and then going on to college. I mean, I know by reading some of your comments that you know this is true, and I know this by your long career at college and professional, that you'll see people that are. It's one thing of applying yourself and working hard, but it's quite another to not play, to not make the team over and over and over again, not make it, like just not make the team, and then say, I'm going to sign with Duke afterwards. And it's kind of like that reality. Like I want to grab your shoulders and like try to help you, but at the same time, I don't want to diminish your dreams either. Is there any help as far as how that conversations look when I see a young man that hasn't made the team for 3 years, but they're talking about telling everybody they're going to Duke?
Yeah. If a player hasn't made the team, let's say they haven't made it in high school, and I hear from players often who didn't even play in high school, but they want to walk on and play in college. And it's not impossible. Yeah. I mean, if I hadn't played that 1 year of high school myself, I didn't really do anything that year. I probably still could have walked on and still had the same career that I had playing in college. Maybe. Who knows? But so it's not impossible. But I was walking on at a much lower level school. I wasn't going to a D1 school where you're going to have 150 guys trying to walk on. The walk-on tryouts are going to be 150 guys, and you're trying to make that team. And again, it's not impossible, but at the same time, it goes right back to what I was saying previously. A player really has to get clear on where they're at, where they're really at, which a lot of players, by the time they enter college, is the first time that a lot of young men and women really realize where they're really at. Because
how do you find that out, though? Like, how do you find out where you're at?
This is how people don't know. It's that they're in the neighborhood, you're around your friends, you go to high school. There's only so many people in a high school, and usually it's people from your area. So you may be at a certain level amongst those people, but the world is so much bigger than your neighborhood or your city. I don't care where you're from. The world is way bigger than that. And when you get to college, you start dealing with natural selection, so to speak. It's the natural selection of students and athletes, because only less than 3% of high school athletes play in college. So the players on that college team are the best of the best from all the high schools. And the same thing when you get to the next level of the pros. So the number one thing that a young player can do is get out of your neighborhood, get out of your comfort zone, stop playing against the people you've always been playing against, and go see what's going on in these other places. Because when I played, even in high school, when I would go play at the Sunny Hill League in Philly, which is like the top league in Philadelphia for amateur athletes, I saw what it really was. I saw like the guys who were going to become pros, guaranteed. I saw how they played. I saw the level that those guys played at, and I said, "Oh, okay. Now I see where I'm going to have to get to." And a lot of young players don't get that because they don't step outside of their comfort zones. They stay around their friends. They stay where it's comfortable, where it's familiar, and it's not till they go somewhere outside of their comfort area that they realize, oh, it's a different world, kind of like that TV show, a different world from where they come from.
What about the in-between time? I think a lot of times we feel like if I work on my game and then this will happen, like it's immediate. Like you spoke about it, it's not a microwave type situation. But how do you get past working on your game day in and day out, and then you see someone that is getting playing time at your position, and you know this joker's not playing. You know this joker's not putting in work. You know this person is not putting in time in the classroom or watching film, but for whatever reason, the coach is saying, this is the person I'm going to go with. What can I do mentally and as well as physically to break into the starlight on what I'm actually putting in work and my competition is not?
Well, if that's the real truth, that you're putting in more work than this person, and because you need both of these, and you're a better performer than this person, because not everybody puts in the same level of work, but also not everyone, especially when you get to the higher levels, not everyone's performance is always commensurate with the level of effort that they put into their training. The first person I think of is a guy like Allen Iverson. He was famous for not really putting a whole lot of work in outside of the games. This guy, he had talent. This guy, he just had game. He was a gamer. He was one of those guys who, when the lights came on and the fans were there, his whole game turned on and he was able to do it. Now he is an exception to the rule, I would say. But there are some players like that. They don't seem to practice as much as you. They don't seem to have to train or be as disciplined as you, but they're performing even better than you, listen, again, we go back to what I said, John Kyle Perry said, this is a performance-based business. If the guy is performing, then they're going to get the business. So you have to, if you think you're working harder than somebody, that's great. And I actually just posted this on Instagram today. It's not really about the working hard. It is, but it's not. Because you do need to work hard. You do need to practice. You do got to put your shots up. You got to be conditioned. You want to go to the weight room and have your body in game and everything in shape. But if you get into the performance and none of that is showing, then you're going to be judged on the performance. You're not judged on the training. You can't make the NBA because you work hard in practice. You make the NBA because you work hard in practice, and because of your practice, it got you an opportunity to try out for a team or get on the roster or get some playing time. So all of your training, the purpose of the training is not to say that you out-trained somebody. It's not to say you put up this many shots. It's not to say I put in this many hours. It's not to say, hey, look at this video of me working out. It's only to get you prepared for the opportunity when the lights come on. And the unfair part about this is, especially in a sport like basketball, where it is literally 1 in a million who get a shot to make money from it, is you may have to train 20 or 30 times for every one chance you get to perform. You do not perform in that one chance, that 20 or 30 or 300 or 500 times you trained, nobody cares about that. It's not a story. See, people don't want to know how you trained until they see how you perform. Somebody sees, you think about whose workouts do we want to see. We want to see Kevin Durant's and LeBron James and Steph Curry's and Kobe Bryant. We want to see their workouts, but why? Not because they're just excellent workout guys. It's because they perform so well. We're like, what went behind that performance? So the players out there now who are doing the training understand that nobody cares how much you train until they see that you can perform. When your performance is like that, then I'm going to say, okay, how did you do that? I want to see what you did to lead up to that. But if you're just doing the training and you haven't performed yet, the person who's performing over you, they deserve the spot. So you're not being treated unfairly. Nobody's hating on you. Nothing's happening incorrectly. It's happening exactly as it should. If you want the spot, if you want the business, you got to put on the show. That's why they call it show business.